Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Hanamirai. This time, coming in from the round of 16 Mappool showcase after three fairly interesting playing rounds. And my name is Mavosik. I will be commentating today with Mike Tilly or Stupid Fanboy, or however do I call you. Hello there.
Hi. Just call me Mike, even though I'm called
Okay,
Stupid Fanboy and also.
that sounds about right. And I think we can start with the normal one. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think it's time to start with the Omod one.
Okay, normal one by Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66 Maquinada. I personally don't really know this map, but it is quite short for a normal one. 2 minutes 36 songs, 60. What am I saying? 2 minutes 36 seconds.
Yeah.
And I don't know the map, but I do definitely know the song.
I mean, yeah, it's a really known song, samba Brazil song style.
Obviously. So on first look, this map looked more of a heavy map than consistency heavy map, especially due to the length of it. We can definitely see the aim, maybe even awkward aim you can call it. Some sharper angles here and there.
Yeah, it's like your basic no your basic raw aim normal one that has some incredibly sharp angles, as Mappa 6 said. It's like a little bit awkwardish. It's mostly some comfortable 1-2s on the case. But yeah, it's like your normal one, jump aim basically.
Yeah, not much more to say about it as long as you can consistently hit the 1-2s. There shouldn't be that much of an issue on this map. Outside of some, as mentioned, some sharper patterns, maybe some more square-ish linear patterns, but yeah, mostly 1-2s and fairly easy to the jump patterns if you are comfortable on normal ones. Yeah, the fact that it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds ish of train time makes it quite easy for players that play aim.
Yeah, it's like those kind of maps where it's easy to get around 300 400k because it isn't that much long the map. But getting above that, it's basically you having to hit the one of the KIs completely, so it makes it a little bit hard to get a good score on. But yeah, we are finishing the map. Also, I forgot to mention this is Air 9. It's quite dense for your typical normal one, but
On this star rating, it should not do that much trouble, but it could cause some misread misses and stuff like that. But yeah, that was our normal one, and we will be heading to the normal 2 slot shortly.
number 2 is actually a custom map for this tournament.
Ooh, I
It's
have a
a
feeling that you will be the one that knows more about this map than I do.
yeah, I mean it's you can start a replay. It's a stream map, a normal stream map. It's quite spaced on the ending, but it's mostly stamina based with a little bit of spacing. 185 BPM that are really a, a lot of nodes stream. Yeah, aside from that, it's like literally your typical normal 2.
So far the pool looks fairly slow-pulled as we have seen in the previous rounds as well. And this is your standard no mod 2 testing tapping on such shorter bursts, some longer streams as well, so somewhat combination of tapping and slight stamina check as well, with a bit of aim on some slower bursts, but the aim isn't that difficult, let's be honest. Yeah, again, pretty short map, 1 minute 45 seconds, so again, if you're comfortable on a skill set like this, it does not really that difficult to see.
Yeah, it's true. It's one of those maps that it's not too hard to see. Yeah, you have to be careful with those patterns, but aside from that, the map is pretty side readable. Like, it's pretty short, but it's pretty consistent on the difficulty through all the maps. So
yeah, stats-wise, CS 3.6, AR 9.4, OD 8.4, very comfortable map, I'd say. Unless
yeah.
you cannot really stream, in that case, yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was normal 2, and we will be heading to normal 3 slots. And Evan
Number
Blue
3.
by Omoinotake will be at number 3.
Yeah, pretty known number 3, honestly, for star rating similar to these ones. But I think it's, even if it's known, it's pretty good, honestly. It tests a lot of stuff, low aim and some alt, snap alt patterns.
Yeah, definitely on the longer side of this map, almost 4 minutes of track time that will test your consistency a bit more than the previous maps we have seen.
Yeah, it's one of the I think it's one of the longest maps on the whole pool. This is mostly in the no much pool, the consistency check.
Looking at this map, it is quite easy to get caught on this slower path, you might say. Those, how would you call them? Not really a double, but that nose to slider can be quite tricky. And if you don't listen it might get you on the egg side. Which we can see on the replay as well. The egg is still good, but not as good as the previous replays, which just says that this map is not as comfortable as the previous ones. Yeah, first GI with some sharp snap 8 patterns.
I can wait. Nah, you can say this is to fall asleep. This is a banger. There's no way this is a sleeper map. It's really good, honestly. But yeah, this is your typical number 3. There's nothing new that this map tests, you know, like it has some flow aim, some basic finger control, and some snap too, especially on the KIs.
It does fit the number 3 slot very well. That's why I see CS 4.3 F 9.6 OD8. The OD is quite comfortable. AR might cause some trouble with side reading if we have some lower AR players.
Yeah. It will be troublesome for those who side read, honestly, because it can get quite this spiky right before the KIs. You don't expect to have such spacing on the patterns. But overall, if you already play this map, it's pretty comfortable.
BPM wise, some could say it's single tappable, but I don't think so, honestly.
I mean, if you single tap, this is like 270 BPM.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't really have tapping control skill, this could be difficult for your act. Not gonna lie, that BPM might not be the most comfortable thing for you.
Yeah, I do agree on that one. The patterns, the way how the patterns are made, makes it really hard to be comfortable at single tapping this. Yeah, that's the normal
Yeah,
3.
that's the number 3. I think it's safe to say that this map should not be side red because it can cause some trouble. And we will be heading to the tech slot, the no mod 4 of this Mappool. We are getting Euclid too. By Function Phantom, another slightly longer map compared to normal 1, 2, 317 seconds, 75 BPM. Slightly lower AR, only 8.5, could cause some trouble to players CS 4.3, so stats wise, probably still quite comfortable. But we are getting some quick sliders indeed, and
Yeah,
that's
this will
what
be
could cause issues.
most comfortable than the previous Nomad 4, honestly. Previous Nomad 4 was like a super diff spike, super difficult diff spike. This is overall more consistency than the previous Nomad 4. And you can check that it starts to be more techy at this moment.
Again, these quick sliders, as I mentioned, could be and are fairly easy to SB on if you don't expect them. So again, not really a side read friendly map. Not very arc friendly map either, as we can see from the replay yet again, 4% steps. So it will take some practice to get comfortable, but I believe that we could see some good scores on this.
Yeah, I think we can get some 600Ks or even FCs on this. The map, if you're a tech player, it's pretty straightforward on what it tests, and it's pretty consistent. Like it's basically tech throughout the whole 3 minutes of its duration, which can get some players skill capped at this point of the tournament. But if you're comfortable in this, it's not doesn't have any specific patterns that you should be afraid of.
It definitely takes practice, but it is not the most uncomfortable thing I've seen in this star range, so definitely a map you can get a good score on with enough practice. But yes, I mentioned, try not to get caught on the quick sliders. Try not to get caught on the longer slow sliders as well, because that's when most of the base I might say.
Now the map is finishing. Yeah, it's this map is will be actually pretty hard to get a good accuracy consistently. You know, given the sliders shapes, it's hard to follow them and get into the next slider without getting a 100 on there. Okay, time to no mod 5.
Ooh, Forest of Spirits by Sakura Burst. And I can assure you that this is not a map. heading into the gimmick slot of this normal play rate CS for the 8.5. As gimmick as it gets, I mean, could be worse, but at this SR, you cannot really expect anything too crazy. 3 minutes 26 seconds of
That's
break
what you
time.
think. That's what you think. You have to check this
That's
map
what I
first.
think. I have a slight feeling that I've seen this map before. Oh yeah. I wouldn't say that the AR will be the difficult part of this. I mean, some patterns are definitely not easy to read. But most breaks will most likely come on those quick long sliders that just pop out of nowhere. But yeah, you also have some fairly tricky aim patterns that for someone who isn't comfortable on lower AR might be difficult. But if you somewhat know how to play AR8, is the reading part should not be the biggest issue. What will be an issue is that though with OD 8.5 you need to be quite precise, and
Yeah.
with the combination of low AR and some trickier rhythm, the egg is not that easy to hold, I'd say.
No, it gets the diff spike. This is the diff spike. Some stacks, you know. Yeah, the combination of the AR8, OD 8.5, the way the map is maps, you know, the stats. This is a hell of a nightmare to actually have a good accuracy on. Like you can see that the replayer is even struggling to get 90% accuracy. But yeah, this map
This
is
is
really, in my opinion, really good AR8 density reading testing, you know.
yeah, that's definitely a map sitting at normal 5, and I believe that we will be going to hidden pool of this round of
Yeah,
16 map pool.
yeah. Hidden one.
We are getting Zelk map from
That's
hidden one, or the Zelk difficulty in a submap set. And holy, this is a banger.
also one of the longest maps in the pool. This is the consistency pick.
Oh yeah.
No way, it's
With
me.
some might say out or flowing out or something like that with those deuces little pattern being all over the map. Yeah, this is your, I wouldn't really say default hidden one. You can get more default, but this is definitely a fun map to play, I'd say.
This is a pretty good all-rounder. It has pretty much a lot of stuff going on this pick. It has like the flow alt you saw at the beginning with some snap elements, but it's mainly flow alt, and then it gets like quite bursty on the second half and almost all the ending, you know. So it's like it's basically a map that tests your ability to be consistent on hidden, you know. A map that doesn't have any incredible difficult diff spike, but it's the way of the map tests different skill sets that all of these skill sets make hidden way more harder than it usually is. So yeah, it's for me it's the hidden consistency pick.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Raw A, over what this is a great choice as the hidden one. As it, as you mentioned, checks almost every skill set that makes hidden difficult. And if there's a skill set that doesn't get checked, we will get to that soon. But first, we are heading to the KI, thirsty part of this hidden one, as you mentioned. Yeah, I'm still keeping my take on that this is one of the more fun maps of this Mappool, honestly. And the song is really nice.
Surely there will be a lot of teams that pick this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the Duskcaster. I want to see this map get played. It is quite long, as you mentioned, so that might bring some hesitation in picking this, but it is probably one of the maps that you can use the hidden abuse your opponent, honestly.
Yeah, especially considering how the hidden pool overall is played. The teams that doesn't have any structure or any extremely good hidden player will get a lot of struggle on the 3 hidden picks of this week.
Yeah, that was hidden one, and we are heading into the most anticipated slot in this whole battle, surely.
Hidden 2.
My favorite, my beloved hidden 2.
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
A really short
By
map, less than 2 minutes.
that could engage some teams to pick this. Since 2 minutes is not that long, you can practice the map, you can get somewhat comfortable on it. Even though some patterns could be a bit tricky on the first round. Yeah, the more you get into the map, the more you understand it, and I believe that with enough practice, you can get a good score on this map.
Yeah, this map is, a more aiming, perfect stacks, reading test as the last week hidden 2. But yeah, players will have a lot of struggle to side read this map. Like, I've seen one of the testers to get like 300k side read on this one, like missing almost the whole ending. But yeah, as being a short map, it's kinda memorizable, honestly. Like, it isn't that hard to memorize most of the perfect stacks on this map, or at least to practice them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many too tricky patterns in this map that need too much memorization. But that's one of the patterns that probably need to practice a bit more to hit perfectly. But yeah, as you mentioned, the ending gets a bit spiky, but the map is not really that long for it to be impossible to FC or get a good score on. And that was hidden 2. We are heading into the last hidden map of this pool, hidden
Yeah,
3.
hidden 3.
Ooh, we are getting glanced by Yonosuke. A fairly famous map, I'd say. very recognizable
Yeah,
amongst the
recognizable
tournament
song
community.
from qualifier OWC qualifiers of 2022, I think it is, or 2023. I don't remember. But yeah, this is
And if I
another
remember
set. This is
correctly,
another set, easier set, of course.
this map, there's a bit of a skill set, a bit of tech skills, a bit of snap aim, a lot of the alternative skill sets, flow aim, how you can call it, or slower streams, based on how well you can tap and how fast you can tap.
Yeah, this is it has some snap out elements, not that much as Hidden One, of course, but it has some. It also mostly flow tech based, you know, like some tech elements on this one. But mostly it's the flow aim that gets it on this map, like the 156 BPM flow aim. Also, a lot of finger control on this map. I wouldn't be surprised to get some players that struggle on the finger control on this map, honestly. But yeah, the map
Finger
is
control in combination with the hidden modification could get really tricky. If not on the combo, definitely could result that in your accuracy.
yeah, the map is pretty short, honestly. I think it's one of the hardest map on the pool, even though it's short, because it
Very often.
I think this map is basically just if you have a player that is comfortable, just pick it, you know. But if you don't have any player, it's kind of like a gamble, you know.
And this could resolve it in a one-man show easily. Yeah, it wasn't mentioned before, the song is a banger. Again,
This
so
song is a banger.
another reason on why to pick this map.
Yeah, this is the last guy. The last section, the last part section of the whole map. Also very aim intensive too. Like it doesn't lack any specific tapping or aim elements, mechanic elements that combines it with like you know, the slider stuff and the weird rhythms of attack map. So yeah, honestly, I think even though the map is side readable, I don't recommend players to side read this. They will get their accuracy will get really tanked because they didn't play the map before.
Now heading into the pick of HR
Hard Rock
pool
2.
that will be quite precision heavy as we are heading into the precision pick of Hard Rock's HR2. And oh boy, Ai no Tsukima by Mimi. And I'm pretty sure that there's so many people in chat that far this map that have this map in the play. Not this map set particularly.
Yeah, a lot of players will know this song. Like it's one of the most farmed maps from like 2020, 2021, or even older, you know. So it was a really fun map back then, and a really known song. This is a more longer version than what it's usually played, you know, to farm, but it's yeah, it's a no Tsukima, you know. What else do you expect?
With the combination of CS5, CS6.5 after HR, this map gets quite difficult. The longer sliders could cause some trouble, the aim could cause some trouble, especially for players who are not that comfortable on HR or precision overall. As it is quite easy to overaim, quite easy to underaim, and those flowy patterns are also not an exception to that.
Yeah, this will. Honestly, this whole pool in general has been like a really good skill cap test, you know. Like from this moment on the tournament, most of the picks are going to get a skill cap paid for most of the players on the tournament. So if you are not comfortable on this type of maps, then you will have to start practicing the maps. This is the hardest, you know, section of the whole map. So yeah, the map is really straightforward. Like most of the maps of the pool are really straightforward. They don't trick you into thinking they are one specific skill set, and they're not. They are one specific skill set, and they test it through all the whole map. So yeah, it's CS 6.5 precision, you know, aim.
Yeah, one of the more side readable maps, I would say. it's pretty straightforward. But now we are heading into
Hard Rock 3.
somewhat Seto 4 by Rim. Or, yeah, Seto 4 by Rim. This song
map-
is funky.
This map will be the hottest map of the whole pool, that's for sure. But also it's the most combo gameable of the whole pool too. They made me do this replay right when I woke up, so I might not get FC. Sorry, but still. Yeah, the map is aim control in general, you know, it has a lot of flow aim and a lot of patterns that you have to snap them, you know. Also, the map is low BPM, so it's finger control too.
So BPMs on the map hold quite long, over 3 minutes. I would agree with the most difficult map in the pool. I still did not see the DPs and tiebreaker. Since I'm also side reading this pool, but yeah, this map looks tricky. Especially on that part with the high OD, IR. Flowing and a lot of slow
You
tapping
can
patterns.
use specific. Make No Dark Side. Really good song. Honestly. But yeah, this map is also it isn't diff spike, like it's pretty consistent on the difficulty.
It's very consistent in difficulty, but it's not giving you that many breaks as well. I think I've seen one so far. That is just going and going most of the time, which is also somewhat difficult part. You could call it a stamina check as well. Check everything, check there's a lot of skill sets involved in this map. It is not an easy one.
A map like this on Hard Rock, it's an insane test for those players who don't usually play Hard Rock. Okay, time for DT1. Time for the DT pool.
What time it is?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mavosic.
I believe that it's summer. We might be a bit early or a bit late with this map, but be what it is.
I mean, it does say it's Merry Christmas, so it's Merry Christmas, right?
Surely. This map quite short after TT. I'm not sure if it shows length after TT or...
No, it's DT. 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. It's with DT. It's almost 3 minutes with it.
Okay then.
Like, the length you see there, it's with DT.
Well then, DT wise, not that short then. Still, you could say it's one of the shorter maps in the pool. I expect that. Yeah, so far the map looks like your default DT1 consistency aim-ish pick.
Yeah, it's basically that. it's your basic high BPM style of map, the type of maps that you players farm, to get like 150 pp or stuff, even 200 pp if you add hidden and get a really good accuracy.
Yeah, I can see that. Someone may call it a fun map. It does get quite dense as the AR does not get to that 49.7 with that high BPM. So reading could be some bit of an issue. But I believe that outside of that the map is fairly comfortable to play. Yeah, the DI does not get that much difficult.
Yeah, it's not that space given the BPM, on the star rating. But it's still aim. You still have to aim it. Surely nobody calls this alt map, right?
Oh, they will. Oh, they definitely will. I mean, I can see that it could be called Snap Alt, but I would say that this is DT1.
Time called DT2.
That is finest.
The second best map in the pool.
Aha, I see what you did there.
What do you
The
mean?
best it's gonna get.
The best it's gonna get. The second best map in the pool. No, it was not a non-intentional pun, dude. This is also pretty farmable map, honestly.
Farmable for duos who know how to play finger control, which is not me. We definitely have players that can.
I mean, if you can hack this.
Control check with a bit of full Wii, not really
a lot of
stuff.
It's really stamina intensive, like not as intensive as Nomo 2, given it's more BPM, but it's more strain intensive than Nomo 2. It has a lot of short burst, finger control, double stuff, but it does have also some really big stream maps, stream patterns, Like it's literally your typical DT3 in these scenarios, but it's in DT2 in this case.
And massive stamina check with over 3 minutes of frame time after double time.
I mean, this is the best. Sorry.
Some
I mean, this is the best it's gonna get on the as a DT3 territory, right? Bro, don't give me the silent treatment.
I'm sorry. Yeah, song. A banger. This would be a map. I probably not expected the DT3, but I see why it is a DT2 with kind of finger control stuff as well, even though it's more stamina draining, more stamina heavy. It still fits quite well. Is the fact that there is quite a bit of tapping this map, and I believe that you put something at DT3 if this is a DT2 though.
You'll see. Just give this map a little more because it's almost finishing.
Again, I getting gold like 9.7 with OD7. So act-wise, probably one of the easier maps to act if you have the stamina to tap it. And stamina and speed to tap it. I mean, speed-wise it's 195, so not that fast, but still. There's quite a bit of map in this. So yeah, that was the DT2, and now we will be heading to double time 3.
The DT3. Let's sail. What is this? What should it be this? What do you expect this to be?
Okay, this will be interesting. And quite short. I believe this is a map you could call... Actually, I honestly don't know. Starts up like a lot of DD5 maps that I played.
This is basically speed, you know? High BPM burst.
I can hear the build up.
This is the speed map of the pool. We haven't forgotten to add speed.
Speed map of the pool is...
You can escape this map, what do you mean? This has been pulled once.
Yeah, I guess they played in that tournament too, I don't know.
Maybe.
It is a good speed pick for this SR, you don't really have that many options. And this is one of the better ones. Speed. Test. You could say that it is finger control check as well. Since it's fast. But I would say that this is more speed heavy since you don't have that much aim in this map. Very small spacing on almost every pattern that is, so not aim heavy, but tapping heavy as DT3 should get, and that was it because it's quite short as well.
Yeah. Now time for your your free mods. Free mod 1. This doesn't have any DT4. Hey, free mod 1. Space interference. This map is quite interesting map because it's like I don't know how would I describe this on what it specifically tests, you know. Some people will call this a mech tech, some people will call this a tapping map, some people will call this a map, you know. It depends.
But if you call it a lot of names, you can call it a tiebreaker, but it's 3-1 and it's definitely not the last tiebreaker. But yeah, I see what you mean. It has an aim. It will have some mech tech, I believe, from listening to the song. And it is, I'd say, quite comfortable on both modes. Maybe slightly leading towards hidden, as holding gag on HF will be more difficult. But you have some A patterns that might be easier on HR, so some of balance maps CS 3.3, AR 9.6, OD 7.4, B4 modes. Hidden doesn't change anything, HR will bump the CS, AR and OD a little bit.
Yeah, this map is pretty hidden favored. Even though it's yes 3.3, the complexity of the map is pretty hard for any non-drop main or any non-hard rock specialist. I will say this is not that easy on hidden either. Yeah, it is towards a more hidden favored map. And this gets really
hidden favorite.
hard.
Definitely it's leading towards hidden, but it's not easy with hidden or anything like that. The map is quite difficult. Maybe I'd say one of the harder maps of this Mappool. And it's quite long, as mentioned, 3 minutes 16 seconds of train time, so you need to hold for quite a bit to get a good score. Yeah, that was the first free mod, and we will be getting the second free
And
mod, I
for
believe.
Frimachu,
Shortly.
you don't expect the song of Frimachu. 100% you don't expect this.
Zanei.
We have a San A Frimachu.
Look at
Sane,
this map.
Anti-mod Sane. I'm pretty sure you don't expect that one.
I mean, I don't believe that you expect Zanei golden tournaments. No, but you definitely do not expect it as free mod to get also. That's get 5T and difficult.
I think actually, one of the teams out of the tournament is called Sane Incident. So this is your map, guys. You have to pick Sane. Surely they don't. Surely they don't ban this. Of course, of course. Yeah, don't ask me for the background. Ask the mapper. I don't decide the background of the maps. I just decide to pull them. But yeah, as you can see, this is just a basic consistency map. Like, it doesn't have any specific hard stuff attached to this. But yeah, it's pretty aimish. Hard Rock 2. Actually, pretty aimish precision map for Hard Rock. Pretty more aim based than Hidden 2 on Hidden, you know. But it's overall on equal footing in difficulty between Hard Rock and Hidden, in my opinion. Maybe given that some of the jumps are pretty awkward to aim, this map will be a little bit more HR than Hidden. I mean, who doesn't like Sane? Like, the map is incredibly good. It's a really good banger. So who doesn't like Sane?
Yeah, it brings a lot of nostalgia to older players. Might not be as nostalgic to new players, but it's still
What do you mean, old players? This isn't that old
in the OSU community.
But this isn't that old, right? Nah, it can't be. Am I that old? Yeah, this is striking me on the head, you know.
I don't know, are you?
I mean, I started playing in 2019. Am I
Yeah, that
old?
was 6 years ago.
I cannot believe I'm an old player. This remote doesn't have the same digits as some other players. What do you mean? This is 7 digits. This is a 7-digit ID. What did I miss on?
It's not that old, I'm joking. I'm throwing. It's one of maps that are quite iconic already. And is sitting in the free mod 2 slots of this HEC Mappool.
Type of remote 3.
Okay,
Remnants of Turing.
song on mod 3. Free mod 3. So yeah, like yeah, more rhythm control, not tapping control or whatever. Again, one of the more known songs, I'd say. And yeah, the map is quite funny, I'd say. Well, slightly leading to Hidden again,
Nah, this with Hidden
but
is
the
insanely
rhythm
hard to
control
do.
is somewhat tricky with it.
This map with Hidden is also insanely difficult. The map is AR9, finger control, flame.
It is hard with Hidden, but it will be hard with I'd say that it's uncomfortable on both modes, not just Hidden, so you can call it a balanced free mod, I guess. Not
Yeah, this is the most balanced remote
like
in my
uncomfortable.
opinion. I don't think it's an anti-mod. It's just that the map is
But
equally
it's
hard.
difficult.
I mean, that's true. It's also one of the shortest maps on the pool. In just barely above 2 minutes.
Yeah, that will help a lot of players, I'd say.
Yep,
That's
that was
it
the map.
for the pickable pool. As we will be heading into the final map of this map pool that you can't pick naturally, you will need to fight for it, and that will be the tiebreaker. And it's gonna be Stargate by
This map.
Aus and Asha Boxster. The background screams tech. Is it really tech though?
Yeah, it is. It is tech. It is a tech tiebreaker. I think this tech is way harder than last week. Like, way harder. Yes, a lot of patterns that are really easy to miss on. And I'm pretty sure we will see a lot of tiebreakers this week. At least I expect to have a lot of tiebreaker this week, you know?
This map will be hard. But I mean, what else to expect from a tiebreaker? It is incredibly long with 54 seconds. BPM is on the lower side with 128, but it is stacked, so don't look down there.
Yeah, don't get too
And
sorry. Don't get
the
too
stats
comfortable.
are quite comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable on the because of the stats. The map is insanely difficult, even with these stats. I don't recommend playing this with hard rock at all, honestly. Might be fun to play with hard rock, but I don't recommend it. Or hidden. I don't recommend you to play hidden either. I think from this time, I don't think players will, start playing the maps with mods. With the tiebreakers with mods. The mods will all go no mod.
I would slap hidden on this.
It has a lot of perfect stacks, are you sure?
Yeah, I do usually side read stuff with hidden, but that might be because I cannot play the game without hidden. I cannot play the game at all overall, so that's a skill issue for me, but we should get back to the map as we are seeing some of the harder parts of this map, some of the more techy parts of this map. It has a bit of flowing, it has sliders, it has tapping control. The map is, I'd say, well balanced throughout the alternative skill sets. Not really no mod 1, no mod 2 style map. That's what you want if you want the TB to get hyped, because tech maps are usually more hyped than no mod 2s, no mod 1s. And
Really?
I think that
Really? Tech maps are really that hyped? I never thought of it, but yeah, you might be right.
be fun to watch, and I hope to see it a lot in this round of 16. Preferably out of 8 matches, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen.
I think there are going to be a lot of tiebreakers on this round, honestly. At least 3 or 4 tiebreakers, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, this was the
I,
round of 16 pool. There's no map after this one, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it, the people who have been on the stream. And the pool will be posted in a bit. So yeah, wait for it.
yeah,
It's already posted. Oh, okay. So
well,
pool is on shit now. So yeah, go play it, please. As I said on previous round, do not side read the pools. So anyway,
yeah,
do you want
have fun
to end the
practicing,
stream?
and I think it's that should be it. Goodbye,
Yeah.
everyone, and
See
thanks
ya.
for streaming. Thanks for helping me, guys, and goodbye.